Hello everybody, and welcome back to more Minecraft Desync. Vanilla edition. We last left off, made more roads, a little kind of retaining wall, and now we need to go make more explosives, or more explosions, all of the above. So we're just gonna knock this down. We're just gonna knock this down and call it good. Probably leave this as a lake or a little pond. Give me the crafting table. Who knows if I'll need it. How I'm going to do this is I'm going to do this. Because why not? This is how we pushed forward in the monolith. What better way to do that than to repeat the same process that was so successful before? Because this needs to be back a little bit more if I want to use this correctly. Perfect. Let's see how this will do real quick. That good enough? Not really. Not worth the TNT it's used on. But we had to try. More grass. It's getting dark already. Of course it is. Of course it is. So next attempt. We have got this pretty far back. We can actually build stuff here. I think if we go back one more, that'll do it. Then we can use this as the launch pad. How far back we need to go. Now this is dirt. That side is basically dirt. This was all stone. So this TNT might actually last long enough to use it there. In any case, gotta actually dig down for it. All right. Well, this I can drop down. Alright, run away. That could have gone worse. But we still kept all of our fingers. That's all that matters. Right? Right. this is pretty far back now. I'm satisfied with this distance. Two, three. Right, that should be enough. Alright, get me out of here. Alright, we made another hole. I don't like making holes. Can't see on my own monitor. Alright, well, let's see. For starters, I think we're gonna fill at least this hole. This hole is unwanted. The other one I can work with. This one, not really. I will leave this upper layer. Let's get this off the bar. Untouched, because I don't know if I'll put dirt here or if I'll put something here. But I do know that this needs to at least be filled. So. Because you get 3 holes, 4 almost. Now dirt. You know what? Let's do a quick test. Hello. Let's do a quick test. I don't recall how far dirt goes. A good margin. A good margin is what that is. Here looks good. Very, very dark. Can't see anything. So I hope everyone has enjoyed Chapter 9 of Lunar Conjecture. I got wildly sidetracked on the quest of physics. So that took longer, but hello. Just gonna let you go pop, I guess. But that whole thing, at least in my mind, feels really well done. Kinda some back and forth chatter. And I guess the real fun, interesting tidbit is, what is truly an underground city, if not a giant ant farm? Or a giant anthill. Ant farm, anthill, you know. Same result. Do I have wood on me? I do. Alright. I was trying to avoid it, but I'm not going to keep walking back to stow construction material. I'm about to be exploded, aren't I? No? No, that's chicken. That is fine. Okay, drop you off. I do not want you or you. I have more than enough to handle back at the dungeon. All right, got that. Next chapter we'll focus on the Soviets a bit more. I think that's kind of how it's shaping up to be, unless they're all interacting with each other at some level. It really is just kind of focus, or unless I need a mirror. Not a bad thing, just seems to be how I prefer to do things. So that works. Almost. Almost all the logs. Beautiful. Now shoot. We do not need you. This side, certainly a lot faster. Probably helps that I'm not trying to absolutely crater the region. Let's see. How do I want to do this, though? How do I want to layer the dirt? I think the best option is to this little ledge right here is gonna have to stay a ledge like this. I can try and smooth it out, but ultimately what's gonna have to happen is I'm gonna have to layer the stone on, put a new layer of dirt on top of this. Which means this area right here is fine. This is overkill on this spot. So all my focus, if I'm going to keep exploding, should be up here. But I only needed this gone to smooth it out, really. I can keep the natural terrain all the way through. I just needed this gone so that I could smooth it. And get it away from the damn wall. So, I think that's what we're going to do now, is we're going to put our dirt back together. That's a creeper hole. Same type of explosion. Just a little smaller. Alright, I will leave this, since this is already basically blown to bits, I will leave this as a new indent. And go inward. And I think we're going to have to cobblestone any extra divots, because that's a waste of dirt. And I hate chickens. They freak me out, man. The chickens freak me out. I'm going to leave this stone outer layer. Not because it's good looking or anything, but because keeping that little lip will at least tell me where I've already been. In terms of, like, construction. This has got to go. So, since we're gonna make, I think one of the builds we're gonna make here is gonna be a 4-story skyscraper type deal. I guess that's not really a skyscraper, is it? Just a 4-story kind of, just basically anything I want to build here is it should at least be 4 stories. Why this arbitrary value? Because I want things to at least I want the spawn to have a dominant skyline. If that makes sense. So we can have, and since I'm at least kind of compensating for the fact we don't do much here. We have Alpha Castle, Alpha Paintings over there. Kind of got our little nether nook in my skull. We do have 4 items out here, but no buildings. So I want to change that and throw in some buildings. So we're gonna make we're gonna at least make 3. We're gonna make 3 before we kind of wander back off and update. Because it's what we do. We spent a lot of time assembling a nether hub. We didn't actually build anything in the overworld. Because it was just something that I needed. We needed all things. Traveling the overworld is a pain, and my own highway system, I love it to death, but the Alpha Hub is just that, the Alpha Hub. Speaking of which, I should probably make a portal there. Not because it's a great idea, but because by at least by making something that connects to that build, I won't forget about it. I don't think I will, because of the very nature of the patches, because I still have to use the Alpha network in Secret Saturday, so I don't think I'll ever truly forget the Alpha Hub, because it just is the hub elsewhere. I think this will do. this going. At least get this kind of ring. This little indent going. Break this little harsh line up. Maybe I'll pull you in a little bit up here. Yeah, that works. And I think I'm going to connect these divots up. And then make this a low spot. Instead of going with the lake. Make this like a lower spot. Keep some of that terrain variety. Instead of just immediately going up. Cool. And I think I will drag this out to this line out here. Just to kind of make it flush a little better. Yeah, that works. Get you out a bit here. Then we'll bring this back out. Make another rim. That still might be a lake. It is a pretty big spot. Right here, if we do the same thing right here, we can kind of keep this little flush spot moving a little bit. I'll have to do a little tweaking on this little harsh edge, but at least then this won't be so rough. This up here. Throw some lights down. The grass will do its thing. And let's walk along this. It kind of feels like it's going to loop in. So we're going to knock you out best we can. And this will be the next flush spot. Yeah. And perfect. Well, not perfect yet, but you know, you get the idea. There we go. Kind of a little flat spot. Leans loosely in with this. Just the pieces a bit more. There we go. Yeah, now it kind of flows nice. And with that, I hope you all have enjoyed watching, and we will see you all on the next episode of Minecraft Desync. Vanilla edition. Bye-bye!